Alright, we're playing the Steelers. Steelers are good in real life, but not in this franchise. Rusher, James Robinson.
Today, from TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida, it's Week 11
So
of
basically
the NFL
just
on EA Sports.
I made the Jaguars super good.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Steeler offense set to go to work, and once again at the helm, their longtime starter, that's Ben Roethlisberger.
And for Ben Roethlisberger, there are a lot of question marks coming into this year because he missed nearly all 2019 with an elbow injury. And if he were younger, maybe not as many questions. But he turned 38 back in March. And now the Pittsburgh Steelers expect to see the old Ben Roethlisberger, who's thrown for over 56,000 yards in his career, leading their team.
The numbers for Smith-Schuster in that game last week. 6 catches, 53 yards, and a touchdown.
This defense is ranked near the bottom of the league against the pass. You get the sense that he feels like if he gets covered on any call, he's going to be upset. He thinks he should be open on every snap in this game.
35-yard line.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Finds his running back, James Conner. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
Complete to James Conner.
A gain of 13. It's a first down.
First down, Steelers.
To throw again is Roethlisberger. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge.
Pass.
The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Smith-Schuster. He was covered by C.J. Henderson.
First carry for the 2018 Pro Bowler, James Conner. And he is close to a first down as he's tackled at the Jaguars' 44. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. He'll try and run forward with Conner. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
He's brought down
the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
A good carry and a first down by James Conner, and this Pittsburgh team is really hoping he's back in form because last year the entire Pittsburgh offense suffered without Ben Roethlisberger quarterback. James Conner only 715 combined yards, but 2018 he was a Pro Bowl running back. Combined yards that year, 1,470. They're hoping for 2018.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Avery Jones making his presence felt on the sack.
But no takes to start out a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4.
Deontay Johnson.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it.
First and
they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Quarterback.
Now a first carry here for Robinson. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15.
Down by Avery Williamson.
Numbers in last week's bowl game for Robinson. 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power, we saw finesse, we saw speed, and what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
He'll be corralled well downfield right around the 40-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
10 at the 40-yard line.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
From just shy of midfield, Mariota. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive.
Intended for Mike
But
Williams.
instead, third down.
Complete.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll run it now with Robinson. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. So just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They run. Robinson. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. At the 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Working out of the gun, Mariota. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, with this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance.
On first down, Robinson. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Ball carrier.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored.
And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line.
Mariota sacked.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Back at the 15-yard line.
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
Oh, yeah, and here we go.
3rd and long here for Mariota. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Defensively, they better figure something out. Opening drive, he already has 4 catches.
And if you have to figure out how to stop him defensively, that usually means...
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. James Robinson with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Jags have taken the early lead.
Will Lutz lining up.
One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
47, Mike, what's that? Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl.
Second and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete.
Intended for Eric.
Throw might have a little too far. It brings up third down.
It's third down. And 10.
On third down, Roethlisberger. And that's incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Look at DJ Chark as he and the rest of the offense head back out. And CD, assuming he stays healthy, assuming the health, should get to that 1,000-yard mark pretty easily.
And the best part of what he's done so far is allows him and the team to relax their pursuit a little bit. Meaning, if they just have normal games, they'll get to the 1,000-yard mark. They don't have to force anything. But one of the reasons he's having the year he's having is what I call route running arrogance. They think there's no one that can cover them, no matter how many people are put in his direction. It just doesn't matter. He's going to find a way to beat them. And so far this year, he's done exactly that.
He sure has. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 30-yard line. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that did?
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
LaVisca
Chenault with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all. And let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice. So they're furious going over things on the sideline. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense just going to gang up on the run and set them down.
And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Oh, and he's taken down here by his face mask by the looks of it. And a penalty flag is going to give a much better starting position.
This is
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
On the run, it's Robinson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Cameron Hayward
in on the tackle. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
39-yard line.
From the gun, Mariota to the left side here for Eifert. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Avery Williamson there to make the stop.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
No, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
Incomplete.
But he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. That third down conversion good for 23.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the Steelers.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Bud Dupree. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. The Jaguars on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. And a dump off here to Robinson. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Dwayne Smoot in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead.
In your face.
Another try after the first down sack. Roethlisberger, and he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Jonathan Allen, the former first-round pick, getting in there to bring him down. Back-to-back sacks, and this place in a frenzy as they line up again, 3rd and long now. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Switzer on the return. It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return. They'll run on first down. Robinson. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive line because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
That was a first down pickup of 8.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Toss play to Robinson. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
He does a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On first down, it's Robinson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
9-yard line.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. To the left side here for Eifert. Now we're good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. Forced out to his left. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. There's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open, otherwise, just don't do it.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. And he connects with Vance McDonald. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right in a yard. He'll get this to Connor underneath. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. As the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, check Mike 47. Check.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Mike 44.
2nd and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
And 10 yards.
10 to throw again. That's complete to his running back, Connor. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Here's Switzer. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And that will come the offense as they take over. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. Short pass, Eifert on the receiving end. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Final play of the half here, Mariota. He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it.
Chris Boswell.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. So here are the Jaguars to take over on offense. They've gone 2 months without a loss. 8 straight wins for them. And they've got the lead here in this one as well, trying to make it 9 in a row. They begin the drive with Robinson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He was brought down.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
That's good for a Jaguars.
But remember, they tried to give him the 39 run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
James Robinson, the ball
From an
carrier.
offensive perspective, that was a tough run because they only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
This is Chenault on the receiving end.
That's good for a Jaguars.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up the first down.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
He's brought down at the 31.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after...
And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line. Terrell Edmonds comes flying in from safety for the sack.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Dancing to his left. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 21. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Shifts by him, and the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mariota escaping the pressure right. And this is caught at the 8. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
That's good for a
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
They'll run here with Robinson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. James Robinson, his 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
To return, it's Cam Sutton. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Return.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep him warm. He might need a massage from a trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
47's the mic.
Roethlisberger now off the bootleg. Ebron with it over the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
A gain of 16 yards.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Ball carrier.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory.
James Conner.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
But it's not been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got just pin their ears back and get after him now.
An 8-yard pickup.
It goes as a gain of 8 and moves the chains. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Ben leaves to counter on the draw. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the Jaguars' 40-yard line.
The 30-year man from NC State, it's Jalen Samuels. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
Gain on the play.
3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first.
Steeler first down.
It's going to be a long day.
And they'll let the quarterback keep him here on 1st and 10. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Adam Gotsis in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
Loss of 5 yards.
Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5. At the
3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
A loss of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Adrian Phillips.
Roethlisberger's pass intercepted.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
The ball carrier.
Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Tyson Alu.
Brandon, that's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he brings this one back. Touchdown, it's a pick Pittsburgh. 6 for a Steeler touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football, because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
To kick off for Pittsburgh.
Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 30.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And the pick 6 we just saw makes things a little more interesting. Still, though, a 2-possession game as they control their destiny in this 4th quarter.
The ball carrier.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Now
At the
Mariota.
36-yard line.
And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. Into the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back.
198.
They'll run on first down. It's Robinson, and he stopped immediately there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Mariota. Short pass, Eifert on the receiving end. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Watch 98. Watch 98. 98 for Mike. You ain't going nowhere.
They'll run with a former Ole Miss Rebel, Jordan Wilkins. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out. We've got them now.
A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
8-yard line.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a 2nd interception. Really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
198.
On 2nd down, it's Robinson, and he will maneuver his way down to about the 7.
James
A
Robinson.
minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation,
A gain
but my
of 1
goodness,
yard on the play.
think about running the ball here,
3rd and
not even a
goal.
thought, is
Yeah,
it?
defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Pass interference. Defense.
And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't
would do
even know
for them?
why they asked the
Will
sideline.
Lutz
Not at
lining
all.
up
When you
for
put the ball in the
point
end
after.
zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
And the lead opens up now to 22 points. That time a 9-play drive. And it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville.
I think I'm just gonna simulate the rest of this. So we don't lose any points. Alright, good.
Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys
I'm a
that's
little
skeptical
skeptical
about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because you know, open air booth, that rain can
Alright,
affect
guys,
us
thanks
as
for
well, although not as much as the
watching.
guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these.
I think I've made a good Jaguars team. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you later.